Today I am going to attempt to refill some of my Copic markers. These two markers here are bone dry, and you can tell they're dry because they're white. Like, look at there, look at how white that is. And also when you color with it, it streaks. Well, these ones are so dry, no ink was coming out of them at all. So they have to be refilled. And I've had the re-inkers since the summer, and I just haven't done it. Either I'm intimidated or my procrastination has just hit me hard because I haven't refilled them yet. So I thought I would videotape them, and I'll see if it's really as easy as what everybody has said they are to refill. So the first thing they say is to cover up your work area. So I used my Xyron, the backing of my Xyron, the extras. When you peel off the adhesive, I keep these for things like this. Mind you, honestly, my craft mat is so grody, I don't think it really matters if I got ink on it. But then I put a piece of white paper on here because the glare was really affecting the camera. So the first thing you want to make sure is the re-inker you're using is the exact same color. I'll just do the one. Is the exact same color that what you have, and that's upside down. So as you can see, the numbers match. So this is a good thing. And these hold 25 milliliters. It says right on here. I don't know if you can see that right there. It says that they hold 25 milliliters. And I've heard that the sketch markers, which I have, can hold 2 to 3 milliliters. So I know you can get all these fancy contraptions and everything to take the ink out, not the ink, but the nibs out, but I'm not going to do that because I've seen people just add it to the tip. And I don't know if it's messier or not, but that's what I'm going to try to do. So let's see. So they say to pay attention because this is 25 milliliters. And they say to pay attention to make sure you only put 2 in because you don't want to refill them, they said. So this is what they do. They just drop the ink onto the nibs, and it just gets sucked right in there. And actually, yeah, it is getting sucked right in there. So if this is how it really works, then it is easier. And then I'm going to do the other end too. I know it will wick all the way through the marker, but let's just see. Wow. And then they just say to keep checking. Yeah. Let's do the other side. This one, see, it goes in, but is it leaking? Have I overfilled it already? Yep, I'm wet. My hand is wet. So either I didn't leave it sit in there long enough. Oh, I made a mess of my marker. Like, how do you know? Let me see. Let's see, what does this say? Well, this isn't even done to 1 yet, so maybe I was just trying to make it go too fast. I guess another tip would be to have some kind of cleaning cloth around here too. Okay, just a minute. Well, I hope you all enjoyed my epic fail. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a fail. It was a learning experience. That was the very first time I've ever filled one of these up. And I think what happened was I was dripping the ink too fast. And at first it was absorbing really well because the nibs were so dry. It just sucked that in. But once the nibs were saturated with the ink, it took a while for the ink to run down the nib and into the barrel. Because once I slowed down and really watched as the nibs were absorbing the ink, it didn't drip at all. So that was good. And I have the blender pen, but I don't have the blending solution. So what I did to clean the marker off was I used hand sanitizer. And it came off really well, and I even went around here, and as you can see, that's nice and clean. So the hand sanitizer works really good. And look, see, it's not white anymore. So it's filled up nicely. So I can color with these colors again. I can't believe I waited so long. And another thing I did was, these numbers are clear. It's the same color as the container. And I was having trouble seeing it because, well, we all know, once you hit 40, 45, your eyesight isn't as, let's say, crisp as it once was. So what I did was I just took my StazOn ink and I just rubbed it down here, and I can see the numbers and I can see the little ticks. And I did put the 2 milliliters in here. So that one's filled up, and then I'm just going to have to fill this one up, and then I'm good to go on coloring again. So there you go. There's my video on how I filled up my Copic markers. Just make sure you do it slowly, and you should have no problem. And if my video didn't help you, then maybe you should check on somebody who knows what they're doing. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope you all have a creative day today. Bye now.